Hi everyone, once again, my name is Paras. I'm a community builder. That's what I love to tell about myself. I really fancy this. And as Nipun was saying that how his work is towards growing this domain within the country and within the whole world, because it's a pretty new domain still, not more than a decade old, if I have to say properly. And on the similar mindset, on the similar perspective or the thought or the vision, I have been working. My work was always towards growing this domain somewhat, letting more people know about it, creating more rock stars in this industry, so that if somebody asks me like what is community management, at least people have some examples to talk about that. And I guess we have a few here. And if you guys are not much aware about this, we're getting into it. But right now you are in a journey where you will become something really valuable asset for a lot of businesses in future. So yeah, moving ahead. So this is something which I actually wanted to ask everyone, like, what is the definition of what is your definition of community? But rather than that, why don't you just drop in, like, probably some other community, or probably the first community you have ever known of, or you ever thought about, like, if I can have that. Let's say for me, the first community which I had was, like, the understanding, if I'll say, it was my mother's kitty party. I'm at home, I'm in my hometown, and I have still I figured out, I was talking to my mother also, and I was telling her that out of your kitty party I've got a lot of learning. I never understood it before, but when I got into this profession, I started understanding more. And I was also talking, like, what are the problems you're facing right now, and what are other, like, troubles, or, like, or points which keeps you guys connected, or what are the troubles which let member leave the community. So I was actually asking her these questions with respect to the community perspective, which I have got like few years back. So that has been my first community, I'll say. Shreya said students community. Shreya, try to be more specific. No, what kind of student community? uh I'm just kidding. Meher said college alumni group. Absolutely. And Manish, DSCR and RNSIT. Yes, that you guys have a club. Then Simran saying coding community. Any specific coding community? Himanshu, you don't have any community? Part of sports team?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was writing that only. So I can
Okay.
remember being a part of RSS group.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah. That is way beyond, like,
yeah.
even before the concept of
Discipline and
community.
all these things were very like to the point.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Perfect. Ruchi, anything? Any Samaj, like, I'm part of this Harlur Rajasthan group in Bangalore when I'm there, and I have been to some dal bati churma parties there, because all Rajasthanis used to celebrate in that manner. That was like really, really good to see. International Student Magazine community, like, right, Shreya? Ruchi saying Lions Club. Oh, okay. Rotary Club, Rotaract Club. So yeah, all of these has been there. And if you try to see, like, how these programs, these community programs, they also run in the similar manner. If you will go back and give a little bit of understanding of your community to this program, like how they are actually bringing people together, how they are creating experiences to let these new people know each other and work together, and, like, create better things. Let's say international student magazine community. So I'm sure people must be coming and, like, talking about their interest in communities, their interest in the magazines and stuff like that. Or probably the coding community, where two coders are meeting from different classes, and they're getting into, and then they're making a product together, and in future they're becoming co-founders together. So such things, that is the actual power of community, which you have to see. Moving ahead, uh, so current state of community management, which I really want you guys to know, that community management as a profession. And why I'm telling you this, because this will actually help you to understand that this is, like, like I already mentioned, what you're doing right now is something, kind of a skill of future. Okay. And the current state of community management, it's becoming a full-fledged profession. If you see Facebook investing so much in groups, or putting advertisements of groups, or even on roadside, like, a lot of courses are coming in. a lot of things are happening at the moment in community management. If we talk about, a lot of products are coming in in a different kind of, like, not just a platform to support communities, but to or build communities, but to support communities as well. Like, a lot of things are happening already in the market. In 2017, when I used to make a list, I was able to make a list of around 35 different platforms or companies which are helping communities. But now, if you make a list, probably 100 more have been added to it. So just imagine, like, this community management thing is completely growing. And feel lucky that you are already part of it. Moving ahead, the future, like I mentioned, like, because it's growing, and social media, you guys are already part of it. Social media is becoming too cluttered, and so it's so difficult to hold your members at one place. Let's say you must be getting slammed with Instagram ads which are not even relevant to you. So such things will keep on happening, and people will become too cluttered, and they will have no understanding, like, where they should go, or, like, what brand they should be trusting upon. There, the importance of communities will come, and the brands will able to hold their members just through communities. So uh, at the moment, the kind of communities you guys are involved in, you are building, that's the actual audience of some existing business. And if you are able to create that audience or grow that audience in a good manner, you're already becoming an asset for that business, and they are ready to acquire you, just like Microsoft acquire GitHub. So just imagine, that is the scope of growth in a community, starting from very scratch with just two people. And obviously, talking about an important skill for future, like I already mentioned, whatever you are, because we have a mix of people here. It's not just students or a professional, we have mix of people here. So just wanted to let you know that whatever you are into, like, probably you're a coder, or probably you are a housewife, or you're a lawyer, or you are a theater artist, community management is kind of a skill which is, like, let's say, communication kind of a skill, which will be sort of involved in all sort of businesses in the coming future. So this, what you learn here by building this community, will become kind of a core skill for you, which, I'll tell you, probably just the 2% of the whole population knows as of now. Okay, so you are getting into that rare field, and understanding everything from that core perspective. So you're already gaining a lot of insights and a lot of learning in this skill, and probably getting a future job secured, just by doing this, what you're doing right now. So that'll be my thoughts on the basics of community. Moving ahead, so here I want you to understand, because we understood, like, the basics of community, and in and out, what is happening and what is going to come, and all that stuff. But let's talk about you people, like, and what you have to sort of become, or what you have to focus on, what you have to realize in yourself while managing a community, because these are the few personalities or skill sets you will develop, or you already had, and you will use. So I just want you to recollect all those thoughts, and think about yourself, like, what all. Probably I'll give you one pointers on each of the things, and then after I finish the slide, you can tell me, like, you need to think that, have I ever applied that specific thing or specific skill within my life. And then we will have, like, what all you have applied. Everyone will comment here, and we will have a discussion on that. So who is a community manager? If you ask me, community manager is that superhero in the society, whose ability is being very, very underrated right now. People don't know him. He's not wearing the cape, but doing a godly work of bringing people together, and letting them have a chance of getting it solved too. People Google all the time to find solutions to one of their smallest problem. But just imagine that developer who's trying to look for that patch for his code. He has invested his whole day to find that specific thing through Google. But now you get him connected to a community. He got added. He asked this question: "Hey guys, I'm troubling with this," and 10 people responded, and two of them said, "Hey, if you need any mentoring, let me know." This is the power of community. This is what you are creating. Like, that's the core feeling which you need to have when you're having it. And to do all of it, the community manager, the community builder, he will have the following skills, which we'll talk about. I'll tell you one by one. So, so trust me, that's the most important thing which you will learn and which you will apply. I'll say the both things. If you feel I'm not a leader, you don't know, but you're becoming one. So and I really want you to have this perspective that this is your baby, this is your startup, this is your product, this is your platform, what you're building. Community is nothing less than all of it which I have said. And you have to take that leap and get into it, just like a leader will be taking into it. He will be thinking in all formats, what is happening in the current state, what is coming in the future, what is gone in the past, and what I can learn from it. So all of it. And then how ultimately I can help my people. You have to start thinking, like my people or my group, my community. This has to come within inside you, because if it's not coming, and if you're faking it, let me just tell you, uh, people, they can take, they can help you to go to up to one level. So and they can actually drag you down also if you're faking it. So people can make you and they can break you, always remember. So if you're faking it, trust me, this will not go, the boat will not sail for a long time. So you have to start thinking as a leader, as as someone who thinks about his people. Second thing, an empath. Though empathy comes naturally more in women, uh, like as per the sets, but I don't know, I really feel that being a man, I'm also an empath. I really connect with people and the problems they're facing, and I try to understand, go to the core of that problem and try to solve it. And the similar kind of a skill you need to adapt here. You cannot be biased and just judge the book by the cover kind of a thing. You cannot do that. You have to stay same for everyone, and you have to show empathy, because you need to connect with that person. Then only you will be able to understand the person and provide him whatever he has been looking for. And once you have provided that you will always own that person. So empathy is another core skill for a community builder. Third is listener. So though I personally talk too much, I don't know, probably part of the job, or I don't know why, but I'm sure, like, I understand and I listen too. And why listening is important, because I see Simran ne bola inactivity, kisi ne bola engagement. What I really feel is that you are not listening enough right now. Probably that's why you are not able to figure out these problems, the solutions of these problems. If you'll start listening, and for listening you need to obviously connect with your members, right? But if you'll start listening, you will realize, okay, what we were doing was not exactly right, and we might want to tweak it. So listening is very important for a community builder. You have to be a lifetime listener if you really want to help people, because you cannot just keep on talking. Only you need to talk when that is required, and you need to motivate them, or pull them with something. And with motivation comes the positivity and answer. There is too much negativity all around. We all know that. You open up in shorts, you open up any news channel, or pick up a paper, or even scroll Instagram, you will see, two shitty news everywhere. So it's really bad, and people are really really looking for people, those who look like them, those who talk like them, those who feel like them. And your community is giving them a chance to be together. So you just have to, once you're connecting, you're already doing a crazy part by connecting them. Now you have to just put that positivity. And positivity से मेरा मतलब ये नहीं है that just Monday motivation post. It has to come in your language. When you're talking to a person, when you reach out to someone, reach out to a member, you cannot be just reaching out to a member in a manner where you are very transactional. Hey, comment on the post. That's it. You should not do that. Like think of it तुम्हारे घर में मेहमान आए हैं. Can you just ask their मेहमान की चप्पल वहां उतार के क्या, चलो वो तो you can tell that. But something else, eat the food. You cannot just do that, right? You have to understand the the starting of the conversation and how to end the conversation. You have to put it very nicely and in a positive manner, so that we're actually making him understand if the person will comment, what he will gain. And if you'll make them understand in that manner, you will always tell them the right things and in a right manner, and they will actually do it. So you have to become that positivity source in your community, at least for some time, and then you have to pass that pet into a lot of people and create a lot of positive source in the community. Next will be a matchmaker, just like jeevansati.com. Trust me, the similar thing you have been doing for your community, you will soon realize that that creating those small groups or connecting those people over email threads will become kind of a normal to you. You will realize that when did that happen, and I started making so many groups, starting connecting people, because you will know all the side of the people just through community. So the matchmaking will become very natural to you. Then oh, I don't know how come that came. I guess I was not able to cross check that. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, so there was something else. Ignore an important skill, that is just copy pasting, got copy pasted from the last one. I'm really sorry for that. And the last thing will be get shit done person. So I started with the leader and I'm ending on a get shit done person. Always remember, like, because you have to run the show anyhow. That's the core thought of someone who's running a community. You have to run the show, so be it whatever it takes, because you have started. You gotta put all kind of ideas, all kind of thoughts, just to make this thing grow. So get shit done kind of is an attitude in someone who will be like, okay, today I'll figure this out, whatever it takes. I'll figure it out, whoever help I have to take, I'll figure this out. That is something. These are the few skills of a community manager. So because I have been talking for a while, I want to take a 2 minutes pause and give you guys a chance to probably comment down one one skill which you feel you surely have, because and do write it down. And this is for everyone, whoever is here. Do write it down in a manner that you already have an example of that too. If I'll say listener, so then you can say, like, my group understands me, or takes me as a listener, or there's a school friend of mine who still calls me to tell his problems and try to help them. Or a matchmaker, then you will tell me that, hey, I actually connected one of the football guy from my school to college, or something like that. You have to give me an example as well. So pick up one, which one you are, and then put that. And this is for everyone, and this is for everyone, trust me. I already want to punish everyone for not putting their cameras on, but definitely Nipun, I'll not even ask you why do you have put that. Okay, Ruchi, a listener. Himanshu, a matchmaker. Himanshu Jeevan Sati Khubwani. That could be your middle name then. What about else? Other people? Kashyap, matchmaker. Kashyap, while others are talking, doing it, why don't you talk about matchmaker? Why do you think you're a matchmaker? Unmute yourself.
So yeah, I've been like in this field of football for a long time, and I always try to get into different avenues of this field. So like I know people who write football, I know people who vlog about football, so I'm able
Mhm.
to connect various people in different aspects of this field together.
Nice. Nice. Have you done that for real for two people?
Yes, I've done that.
Okay. We have lot of other people also. Kajol, Shreya, Simran. Is it getting difficult for you? I'm just trying to understand. This is kind of an important thing to do. Everyone, this is important. Yeah, listener, because I speak really less and like to listen more. Okay, Shreya. Oh, you guys are typing here. A positivity and answer, because I personally have noticed the impact of same. Okay, okay. Simran, only you are left, and probably
Manish is also there, right?
Manish is also there. Yeah, Manish, and even Kushal is also there. I don't know Kushal is listening to us.
Mhm.
Okay, Manish, I might want to ask why you have chosen that.
Uh, like I somewhat feel that I can, convert the thoughts to positive side for my friends. I've done that during PU time. So
Okay, very nice. Good to know. Good to know. We actually have a lot of positivity and answers, and that's really an important thing for people. Simran is also another Jeevan Sati here. So we have like two Jeevan Satis and bunch of
Three.
positivity
I
and
think
answers.
three.
Yeah, three, and then two get shit done people managing, taking care of the right things. Uh, Cricket fans like both Dave and Nipun are get shit done people. Lovely. Thanks, guys. Moving ahead. So, okay, moving to the need of a community mindset. Okay, this I want you to, and I am for a reason I've put bad things in first rather than good things because I want you to understand bad things. So, like I said, if you will not have a mindset, if you'll not have the right thoughts before I get into the mindset, what will happen? First of all, uh, first of all, it will become difficult for you to run because if you'll not be if you'll not be trying to understand your community members but just doing it, that I have to do it soon or sooner or later you will not see the kind of the kind of excitement and engagement which people should be having, right? uh, if you have plans to grow this community and someday monetize, that will become really really difficult because the first core reason to start a community was to make sure that I meet such people and I make such people to meet such people, all like-minded people are meeting each other. So and you are killing that part and just getting way too much on transactional side of the community, it will again become difficult. So you really need to require right positive and right not I don't have an exact the what is that exact term for the community mindset, but community mindset is the right word. So I'll say you really need that community mindset basically to help a lot of people or and to grow this proper community. So and again the good things will be if you will have that, you will be able to support a lot of people, create a better team which will be able to grow this whole community to next level, even collaborate with other businesses, which is really really important because you will understand your community and you can easily understand what businesses require, and then ultimately make this a renowned thing, not even this country, even all over the world. A few communities here, they have a chance to become renowned in all over the world, because there are not many great communities out there which are functioning. So trust me, if just keeping the right mindset and that get shit done kind of a thing, and a proper leader in you and understanding your members, you can just keep on going and you can just keep on making the community and taking to next level. So these will be the few things which I want you to keep in mind. Yep. So always remember this, that why you have started, and that is why the first thing which Kushal or which in our in that incubation sheet, if you have seen, the first thing which we do is ask you to write that purpose, vision, mission. That is really important because what you are writing today is somewhat defining it for you and somewhat defining it for your members also, and they will always stick to it, for themselves also. They will always know, okay, this was the vision, like my vision was to if it's mom shares a mom bloggers community, so they will always relate to it that okay, the vision is basically to make it one space for all the moms, those who want to become best bloggers, better bloggers. So they will always remember that. So you all also need to keep that in mind, that why you have started, and always need to stick to that purpose. Second thing, rules. So the importance of rules is in a manner that if you're going to break them by yourself, nobody are going to follow them. So you have to define those rules, and you have to communicate those rules to keep your community really healthy and fresh. And for that, you need to stick to them and let everyone also understand that they also need to stick to it. um, Third thing will I will say, um, I have seen that in a lot of communities, not here but in general, that people, because a lot of interaction and engagement will start happening, they somewhat don't listen to or don't reply or don't act on someone's query or something, which is a very very bad thing. So if I have to tell you, if you have to judge the quality of a community, it will be judged by the response rate and by the quality of the response. So every voice needs to be heard in a community. If you're not able to answer it yourself, the query is out of your scope, you already know a lot of people. This is your thing, right? You already know people, you are a matchmaker, you need to connect, you need to tag people at least, and you need to acknowledge. Just imagine this thing happening online is very normal, but just imagine, can you do this in offline space, that you are doing a community meetup and some member ask, hey, I want to ask a question, and you will not even look at them. That's like so bad. Or if somebody, you said hi to someone, somebody didn't even reply to it, and they ignored. This is so wrong. Just imagine the similar consequence, similar situation when it's online. So you really need to think about it, and soon your community will have more people, it will have more queries coming up. You will have to make sure that whatever they have done, you need to acknowledge, become that person who acknowledge even a single effort by a community member. You have to show your gratitude, you have to show that support, or some way you have to always motivate and support your member contribution. So always keep that in mind. Then that's that's kind of like the core. And probably one of the reason you started is because you also wanted to meet such people, right? But now you have started and you are not meeting them. This is really wrong. You really really need to meet them, you really need to know them, because this is what the fun is, right? Like the starting a community. In the starting when we were doing, I already told you that you will have a lot of people and you can connect like-minded people here. But now you have brought like-minded people and you are not connecting with them. This is going to be, this will just kill things on another level. So that should be your thing. Like people, there is a very good quote, everyone must have heard that, uh, improve 1% every day and you will be 365% better by the end of the year. I have just tweaked that for myself or for any other community builder. Connect with one person in the community and you will have 365 strong connection by the end of the year. And if you have those 365, you will you will know in and out of your profession, of your community, and there will be no one better than you who can tell what the future or the next strategy which will actually grow your community. But you really, that is the core of a community builder. The more he's connected, the more he understands the community, and whatever he has been doing, he will be able to excel in that. So you really need to connect with people. uh, this point is all about leadership. How you create more moderators and start delegating, because you don't want to become that single person who's just doing it, which is a really really wrong thing. You started as one, but you are taking it to a shared leadership and to a community leadership in future. No doubt you will keep that ownership, but there is a leadership. You make right people, give them the right tools and right power to take care of small parts of the community, and this is how you need to delegate. I'll tell you why. There is another good mindset. So I read it somewhere. It's called cruise director mindset. So cruise director mindset is basically, cruise director, we all know the cruise director is basically, he's on the cruise and he will be taking care of all the cruise, going out of his zone to even help or assist members, those who are on the cruise, uh, telling everyone, hey, this is a tea time, this is a coffee time, or have you had food, trying to do everything. But just imagine something happens to that guy, the whole system will get rumbled. So you you don't want to become that person. Probably in the start you might want to, but then slowly you want to understand how do I delegate, how do I create moderators and find those right people, those who also need that power to do things, and you really need to do that. So this connecting with people should be there in your mind all the time. Like I need to connect with more people, and then understanding, okay, this person can become a good mod because he's really enthusiastic, or this person I can give that person to host meetup once in a month, or I can give this person to take part of my Thursday ritual. So this is how you can divide those responsibility to these people, and you are actually giving them something in return, and which you will understand what they actually require. Do they require some monetary benefit, which is like extrinsic motivation, or intrinsic motivation? So you need to understand what they are actually looking for. If they're looking for some experience, some recognition, these are the right ways to give recognition and make them involved in the community, so that this whole point looks like, that it's a complete engine run by multiple parts, not just one thing, like one person running and putting going in and out. So you need to get into that mindset. And then this is really important: if you want your members to do things, you really need to tell them. Okay, you really need to tell them. And how you will tell them? You will tell them by doing it yourself. You need to do what you want others to do. Okay, so you are also part of Ruchi is also a mom blogger. She is also having similar kind of a thought, like, hey, how should I, what specific should I do this Diwali to enhance or to make a good video? So she will put that question as a query in the community, and few people will have a discussion. I remember there's a member Tanvi, he had put this question in Art Adda about, hey, I'm thinking of building something or making an art on Halloween. Any ideas? So that was, and she's also kind of like the mods, but she asked this question and a lot of people interacted in that. So you also need to do that, and that will actually let your members know that how this is how they need to interact in the community. So these will be the few things which you need to keep in mind. This is a very I was not sure that I should be putting this slide, but I just thought, like, I'll just let you know, being a CM, what will become normal to you. So this will become normal to you. A lot of people you will meet, this will become so normal to you that I don't know, if you're a little bit introvert, I'm telling you that you will not realize when you will become an extrovert kind of a person. Like, this just comes to you, and you cannot just deny, because after a while you are not reaching to them, they will start reaching to you. And then because they it's your baby, it's your community, and you have been helping, you will just eventually help them, and you will ultimately meet a lot of them. Second thing, learning and applying the skills at the same time. This is kind of like the everyday thing. You will learn something. Okay, the graphic designer is not okay, but you have to post today, so you might have to learn Canva for a while and then quickly produce the result. So due to that reason, probably I know how to run an ad, how to make a edit a video, how to shoot a video, how to edit a photograph, how to create a poster, how to run an email campaign. I probably know all of them because I was trying to run these communities all on my own. So I was just trying to learn everything, at least bits and bits, and then I have taken help from my community members to help me in that. So you will be doing this, and this will become so common. So no other day will be similar to you. This is what I have learned in this profession, that community management is so impromptu. It's like every day some new challenge is coming, something new is coming, and I'm tackling that, because new challenges not just with the community but with the members problem also. Every day some new member will come up with something different, and you might want to tackle that. Third will be managing a conflict between members like a pro. Yes, you will become that Gandhi ji. I don't know, like ladai band karo. You will have to become that, and you will become a really good diplomat. I don't know, probably, if that is the right word. People take it in a very negative manner, but diplomacy is required when there is a conflict, sort of, to manage it. And you will start doing it in a really nice manner. You're even not this, you will start learning how to say no and how to say yes to a lot of people, which is a very difficult thing, and this will become very common. this is going to be, if you're going to get into this too deep, this is going to be the story of your life. Inbox full of messages, like you cannot just neglect them, you cannot just go away, and everywhere you will go you will have notifications. All social media will be full of notifications because you will have members buzzing everywhere, you will have things to finish, and then that's the state of your life. You will become so impromptu because you thought, oh, I have planned these two things to do today, but eventually you will realize, what the fuck, it is not happening because this thing has broken down. So then you have to work on it and do something else. So get accustomed to impromptu, which is really fun, like, because it brings your life full of surprises and really interesting to run. And yeah, the final takeaways, if I have to put, this is with respect to the communities you are running right now. I'll say always get involved in the introduction. Okay, just imagine that introductions, those intro rooms are like someone coming in your house for your house party. Okay, and you don't want to leave a chance to know them and to understand what will be the right requirement of this person, and why he is here, so that you can connect them with another person, because you will be lost in the party later and you might not be able to give them a chance. And if you'll not do that, they might feel very bad and awkward, and they might feel what a shit party it was. So I am sure you don't want to become that shit host for anyone. You want to keep that reputation. I have learned a lot of community building just by hosting good house parties and hosting events. So trust me, you want to. This is your first interaction. This is your first time, first impression of your community on a member, which is the introduction when he's getting into coming into the intro room. Do try to leverage that intro room. It's his time. He's really hot right now with respect to what is going to happen and what is this community about, and you can actually pound on that and involve him. Second, I'll say tagging people. So tagging mindfully, what I mean is that I will tag mindfully when I'll know my people. You cannot tag mindfully if you don't know people. So going back to the second slide, if you remember, I asked you to connect as many people as possible, one person at a time, kind of a thing. So tag mindfully, because if you will, so there is a tag burnout also. If you'll tag someone too many times and he is not responding and unnecessary, then that person will be like, hey, ye to hamesha tag karta hai, I'm not going to respond. So you have to take mindfully. You have to use your resource really well. You know that this guy, I will use him when this kind of problem will occur. So use that, and for that you need to understand your members. But thing, yeah, I already mentioned that. Try to address every member's query. Try to understand and and give them a solution. If you don't know, connect them to the right people who can give them solution. Then think and act consistently, because you have the responsibility of so many people. So this is from a perspective that you might think, hey, आज नहीं post करता हूँ तो चलेगा. It doesn't matter अगर आप post नहीं करते हो. But the thing is, until your community has that momentum when you don't have to post, and posts are just coming all by themselves, till the time you have to actually keep the consistency of posting, of creating content, because you want to make that habit for them. You want them to come back again and again to learn something, to interact with someone. And once they will have that habit, it will become their everyday thing, that abhi kuch bhi ho raha hai, they will just open up and I'll ask, okay, what kind of brush I should use, I'm trying to make this painting. Earlier they used to ask this to their friend on WhatsApp, but now they know that I'll get a better answer in the community. So you want them to get that feeling, and until then you need to consistently keep on doing things, at least in the starting. And you all are in starting phase. I want you to to keep a reason in your head that why you need to post and what will actually happen by doing it consistently. And then yep, this is kind of a superpower which you guys are having in your hand. You will never require anyone's help here if you really want to do this individually, but just your community will be enough to give you more content ideas, to give you more event ideas, and whatever ideas you're looking for. Your community is really enough, because they are already in that and they already love that domain. So you will have to explore this, and the only way to explore is to start knowing your people. So yep, that's about it, I guess. That'll be it. And that was the core of community. Congratulations, people. I've been speaking for a while, so I might want to take a little bit break. I hope it was a little helpful for everyone. So questions or anything? Hi observer. आप म्यूट पे हो फिर से.
Mute पे हो निपुण आप.
निपुण म्यूट पे
Nipun,
आप.
you are on mute.
Sorry, I was saying, being a observer, the thing that I was observing is we should probably make small videos for each slide and use that as a way to impart this knowledge to potential community managers. So
Surely.
short videos, so I really enjoyed the session myself. Of course, like some of these things are new, but just seeing them again and again makes you realize, what are some of the things which you stand for.
Right. Thank you. So yeah, anyone? I just told everyone to acknowledge, and I hope you're acknowledging my efforts. So I really want to see that acknowledgement, and probably if you have some questions or any thoughts, just bring that on. I know we have crossed the time of 8 p.m. and you might be hurrying to have some dinner or something, but let's just be here for like 10 more minutes and have a little bit of conversation.
So yeah,
Thanks,
Paras, I
Shreya.
mean, it was really good to, have these points. Specifically, I really like the last and the second last slide where, you talked about how we can interact in the community, the tagging part, and, how to maintain that behavior with the members. So that was really good. I mean, it basically opens our eyes, and while, working in a community, we tend to maybe forget certain things, but, these sessions really help us to brush up those things and, implement perfect things.
Let's
Yeah, and I'd also like to say that one of the things I liked was about when you were mentioning that what is the kind of life वो कैसी हो जाती है for a community manager, and
Yeah.
you have to learn to live more impromptu. I think that was one point which was like yes, that एक हल्का सा mindset shift होने लग जाएगा towards being more and more impromptu. I think that was quite an interesting insight.
Actually, that's going to be there because you're going to manage a lot of people and a lot of their thoughts and stuff, and it can come anytime. So when somebody asks me like, okay, so is it a 9 to 5 job? It cannot be 9 to 5 because members, they can have troubles, they can have discussions, your community can have problems or moderation issues anytime. You might want to get up at 2 o'clock and see. So this is how this role will grow, and it will eventually become impromptu. There is a very famous term in community management. It's and community managers burn out. It's 18 months. 18 months is that at that official world time when a community manager get really burn out of that thing, so out of his role because of so many queries and stuff. So that's why I thought like probably these people will be able to relate when they'll go deep into this and they will keep on doing it. They will realize this. But just wanted to open that up for everyone, and I'm glad that it helped. Yeah, anything, Ruchi?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So you're saying that 18 months में this community manager might face a burnout.
Yeah.
And for example, if I as a community manager face a burnout, can I bounce back and get back to what I was before then and like shape my community in the way it was before back then?
Definitely. So see, Shreya, the good part is that we are right now talking about the burnout, and then there is always a way to save that burnout. A lot of community managers, they burn out because you don't realize when you get up and then this is how your work starts. You get up, you see your phone, there are a few member queries, you respond to them personally, you connect them, you take care of what is happening in the group and all that stuff. So this will become kind of a lifestyle of a community manager, but you have to understand, and that's why I have put that burnout thing here, and that that you have to take pauses and then you have to delegate. So these are the few ways through which you can actually save that burnout and even stretch that from 18 months to more. And now your question was, how do I bounce back and make it same? So I hope I have told you burnout for yourself as a community manager, not for the community, right, Shreya? So as a community, if you don't need to, your community will be doing pretty well even after whenever you are doing, because you're putting so much of effort. You will burn out in those few coming months. So that is kind of a global what do you call, survey been done, and it's been shared by a lot of community builders global. Those are working different places. It's from that. I hope I answered your question, or was that the right thing?
Yeah, so I got it. And one more question. So, like for example, I'm a community manager. Will I ever face identity crisis? For example, like will I ever get question myself, who am I exactly? Because I'm answering all these daily queries and all. Will I have some personal what do you call, personal add to myself? Who am I?
See, Shreya, I'll answer this. I'm not the, so I'm probably the person who's really excited, fancying, and crazy about this communities. Okay, so if you'll ask me, I feel like I mean it when I say it's a godly power. Because the kind of messages you get uh, from people whom you have helped by connecting or by solving their problem, they are just so amazing that will just make your whole evening. So you will actually start believing in your purpose. This is how I feel. I start believing in my purpose when I get into it, because I thought, okay, this is why I'm here, and I can actually make changes in a lot of people's life, because everyone is working in their silo, and through the community I'm actually able to help them to come out of that silo and actually meet people. And a lot of troubles get solved when you meet right-minded people. Trust me, a lot of troubles get solved. So this is what I want to tell you. So you will actually feel good by doing this, and you will not get into the existential crisis that why I'm here and who am I. That's my experience.
Got it, sir. And one more question, sir. Like you said, there's a sense of power. So isn't it very wrong to have a sense of power always? For example, I'm just giving one example. Like you see these Asaram Bapu and all. They also build a community, and then they have a very false sense of power. But they have created such an impact that people still believe in them.
Yeah. So see, then it has lot of things to talk about. Basically, definitely there is a community sense which they create by the teachings they give and by the programs they run. But then it's up to the leader also, right? It's up to the leader how he is using his power. So definitely you will definitely get a lot of power. You will get a power of data. Yeah. Just imagine, that is a very important power. You will know all your members. If you have 10,000 members in your community, those who are mothers, those who are bloggers, you can eventually sell it to someone if you want to and make a lot of money. That is a lot of power, right? If you want to use that. But that's why that's why these sessions, and that's why probably we are talking about it, that you have to be mindful of this power. You need to use it in a right manner, and you have to set right examples for people that this is how you use power. Community manager is nothing less than a neta of some area. Trust me, it's like, you collect people know you, and other area people knows that he has people. So it's just like that. Now you want to become a good neta or bad neta, that's up to you. Like, that's actually a personal thing to have. I hope that answers, Shreya.
Got it, sir.
Kashyap, Simran, Kajol, Dev, anything? Because I know there's not supposed to be a very specific question, because we haven't talked about the technical side today, and we just talk about the understanding and the thoughts and the mindset of community manager. But anything which you have in mind with respect to the profession, or if you want to explore this profession, or in a profession, like, in a right manner, or anything, I don't know, like, or if you want to grow
Yeah,
into something.
I would like to ask one question that we talked that we are building a community, and at some stage of building the community, we will start monetizing it, right? So what will be that stage, and how to recognize that now we can monetize it, or on some aspect of it can be monetized?
So let's take it in a manner like I was telling you. At the moment, you have to make a lot of effort to create that engagement. So first understanding of reaching to that state is when you see that organic engagement happening. People just start they just starting they have just started putting their queries and stuff, and they have started growing the trust. So now once people have trust, you can actually, because they will trust you, they will support you. So you need to understand that, not like a ad you have to run and then you have to make them buy things, but because they trust you. Now you can go ahead and say, hey guys, because we have been managing 5,000 members, we have a team of 5 mods, we need support, and that's why we are starting up we are launching this ebook which is $10. Will you be interested in buying? People will definitely be interested in buying. Hey, we are launching our merchandise because people, those who really fancy the community, have got value, they will definitely buy. So people will start. First, you need to create that value, and you will eventually see that value coming up organically when people will start coming up and, like, writing testimonials, helping people, creating queries, and everything will happen. And eventually you can get into the second stage of monetizing. That is always there. As a community manager, if I have to think, that is the right way. But then there's a thought of business or stakeholders also in communities, which is something else. But for your question, that is the answer, Simran.
Yeah, thanks. Got my answer.
So I guess if there is nothing else, don't want to stretch it more.
Just one thing I want to add, guys, we'll keep doing these sessions. We feel Wednesday is the right day. We want to set it up as a ritual. So any feedback on the timing or anything, like, because we want to fix the time, because it's going to be a larger group and it will keep increasing over time. So do you guys feel comfortable with the time 7 to 8, so that we'll keep it we'll keep it blocked and everyone can plan their week accordingly? I really feel that such sessions will help you guys a lot, just to relate with each other, and the questions that everyone is asking. This is a great way for you guys to also discuss specific problems which probably you're not able to discuss on a smaller group or with your peer in that community. So we'll use this as a space for solving problems and learning from each other.